Hello parents, namaste. I am Lavana Maharjan Dangol and I'm currently 17 from Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm currently pursuing my A Levels second year from St. Xavier's College, Maitigar. And recently I secured the highest mark in the subject Sociology for my Cambridge AS Level examination. And talking about myself more, I would like to believe that I have a lot of different kind of interest, very different interests. I am particularly interested in writing. I love to write a lot. I also love to dance. I have been performing dance on stage as far as I can remember from a very young age. And I also love to cook. It is one of my favorite things to do. And other than that, I have a lot of hobbies outdoors as well. I love swimming and I love going on hikes and stuff like that. Yeah, that is about me. So personally, I believe that the number of hours that you put into study does not actually equal to what kind of success you get, because it's not about how much hours that you put into, but what quality of knowledge and information that you put into yourself. Because honestly, you could be sitting on your desk with your books and copies for like, let's say 12 hours and get nothing. But you could be studying for 2 hours, putting all your dedication and retention, and you could have a better quality of knowledge retention compared to longer hours that you put into. Because along with majority of the students today, we have a very short retention span, and it becomes very important that we look for quality time rather than a longer quantity of time. So rather than focusing on how many hours that you put into, you need to focus on being more productive in shorter hours of studying that you do, because as the famous saying goes, work smart, not hard.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I am very grateful that I have very supportive parents who have supported me in everything that I've ever done ever since very young age. And even when I started A Levels, when I told my parents that I wanted to do A Levels, even though they had little to no knowledge of what A Levels was, they agreed instantly. And that, I think, the trust and instant support is something that parents could give their children, and that would be the biggest encouragement and biggest support that a child can ever get. Instead of like handing out a schedule to their children, they can just be there. They can just be present in their children's life and trust their kids, because when we think about ourselves, we know what we want to do, and just having our parents trust us is the biggest thing that we can get. Because for me personally, I've never had my parents tell me to study or force me to go to study for this many hours a day, but they would understand that I know what's best for myself, and the trust they've shown me has been remarkable for my journey, and I think that's what helped me achieve this success. Okay, so talking about my studying strategy, I think it's pretty similar to what everyone else does. I am a big procrastinator, and I mostly end up studying at the last minute. But one strategy I would give is, do not underestimate the power of your past paper questions, the topical questions that you can do, because understanding and going in the exam hall with a strategy of what you want to do and what is going to come in exams is very handy. And preparing according to what the examiner wants to hear, wants to see, instead of what you think is the biggest thing, is the most important thing while attempting for exams. So what I would like to say is, go there and write the answers in a way that the examiner wants to know, not what you think about the topic. Yes. So my school, St. Xavier's, it's one of the best school for A-levels program in Nepal currently, and I really love how supportive the administration, the teachers, and the entire school staff is. What I love the most is how accessible their help is, because if I have any problem, if I have any issues any time of the day, I do not necessarily need to go to the school in person or anything like that. I can simply send an email to my teacher, or even very informally, I can just text them in Viber, WhatsApp, and other medias, and they would be available for me any time of the day. And the freedom, the openness, and the informalness in the communication is something that I really am thankful for, and that has really helped me in all my subjects, including sociology. And especially my sociology teacher, he has been really out there. He has been very supportive since day one. We have a Viber group of all the students in our class, and it's very free, it's very open. We discuss there, and such informal communication is something that becomes very important in subjects like sociology, because it's more of outer knowledge rather than what we learn inside our books. So that is something that has been very beneficial. So the course of A-levels, it's very demanding. We need to give a lot of time for our examination, and obviously it's very stressful. But something that did really help me is to come in terms with the fact that everyone else is equally, if not more, stressed than me. I think the best way to reduce your stress is to build your own self-confidence and self-concept. Just think of exams as something that will come and go, and do not put a lot of pressure into it. Just think of it as something in your life rather than making your life revolve around your examination. So it becomes very important that you do not put your exams on a pedestal, rather than just let it be as it is and give your 100%, give your best, and that's the best thing you can do to reduce your stress as well. And especially during my boards examination, what I faced was I used to be home all the time, studying in my bedroom, sleeping in my bedroom, being productive, being unproductive, everything in my bedroom. So a shift of environment is something that I really needed. So I would go to my school library, or just get on a video call with my friend and study, or go to libraries outside of my home. And that's something that really helped me to reduce my stress and focus better. So it's a very funny story, honestly. When I got to know about A-levels, I went to my school's website and saw this different combination that I could take. And I saw this combination at the very bottom of the table. It had business, psychology, and sociology. And those three subjects were something that I had never heard about. I mean, before grade 11 till grade 10, we have a very specific subject combination in Nepal. So when I got to know about those subjects, I found that those were very new, and I wanted to try something different. As I said, I love exploring new things. So I thought it would be a good idea to get to know something new, and I chose that combination. And surprisingly, so our class have 25 people for every subject, right? But on the first day of sociology, I was very surprised to see that there were just 10 people in our sociology class. And I remember just thinking to myself, just contemplating that whether I had taken a wrong decision, because not a lot of people were interested in sociology. But as I went on studying further, I got to know that it was something that I really wanted to learn. It had a lot of things about social sciences. It was about people, it was about society, and something bigger than people and society, an entire system. And that is something that I really am interested in. And slowly, as I went forward studying, I really enjoyed sociology, and it is one of my favorite subjects today. Yes, I am particularly interested in the feminist perspective of sociology. It talks about how women in general, they have difficult lives than other segment of the society. We see females from perspective of the society, of the government, and the family itself as well. And learning about it in detail, it's particularly very interesting and captivating for me. So whatever you achieve in examination, I would like to believe that there is a lot of practical things that goes into it. And me personally, I have been involved in a lot of extracurriculars activity that is particularly related to sociology. So one of the recent ones is this project we initiated called Empower Her Flow. Me along with my team members, we received a fund of around $300 from IB recently in last year in 2023, and we conducted this program across 4 different cities in Nepal in 8 different locations. We did a program in Inarua, Itahari, and we also did in Sunsari, and in Chapa we did 2 locations. We did Damak and Bertamod. So what we did was we focused on different age groups of women. We focused on school-going students, we focused on mothers and grandmothers, and what we did was we gave them sanitary pad making workshops using recyclable local materials, as well as distributed those sanitary pads, and it was more like of awareness programs. Where we went one-on-one with every single participant and talked to them about their experiences, about what they thought about menstrual hygiene and stuff like that. And we were successfully able to impact over 1,000 individuals within the span of 2 weeks. And we are also trying to do this program in Kathmandu and Dading very soon, maybe about 2 months later. And that is something that is very inspiring for me, because my course in sociology, it is very closely related with this activity, because in sociology what we learn is women, a population of women, they are especially disadvantaged if they come from working class, because they are disadvantaged by the society since they are working class, and their family itself as well, since they are women. And in a patriarchal society like Nepal that we live in, it's very disadvantageous for this population segment. And this idea, the idea of conducting this program, came from my knowledge that I gained from sociology itself. So my advice would be that the first thing you need to understand is believe in yourself, because if you are in tune with yourself, if you know yourself, if you're disciplined, then you can achieve a lot of great things. And do not worry about exams, about grades a lot, because it's just a fraction of life and we have a lot more to explore, and not just examination and tests. And for sociology, I would really recommend everyone to try on this subject, because it's very new, it's something unique compared to other subjects that we get here in Nepal, and it's really helpful to understand a lot of things that is very important in our everyday life as well, to develop your own perspective. So I have been in love with social sciences, and it may be a very unpopular opinion, but in grade 8, 9 and 10, my favorite subject was social studies, and I want to continue pursuing social sciences even in my bachelor's degree. I want to maybe pursue a bachelor's in arts, and want to learn subjects like international relations, politics, philosophy, economics, and other subjects around that area. And I would want to work in this field itself and be part of something greater, be part of a change, and do something for the society, because extremely believe in that we receive by giving, and I want to do something for the society and work in this field later on. Yes, I would like to thank my parents, first of all, for their unwavering support that they have shown me in my studies. And I would also like to thank my school. They have been very, very supporting and, provided me with everything that I've ever needed, and just all my well-wishers and friends. Yes, congratulations to them as well. It is a very remarkable achievement. I have had my very close friends achieve remarkable success in other subjects, psychology, further maths, and physics, biology as well, and congratulations to them as well. And I hope they achieve great achievements in future.
Okay, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.